Opening day is here. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. And come on, opening day is here. A wise man once said, "You don't grip a baseball grips you." And if you know me, if you know what we've been doing this entire offseason, we've now got 0 days till opening day. We've been counting it down since that loss back in October in the playoffs in Game 7, as we do every year. Now, make sure if you want some Mariners content this season, subscribe, and we're going to get straight into it because we don't have a lot of time. It's just about what? 8 hours, less than 8 hours till first pitch. So, anyway, it's opening day. We're going to go over the team, give some bold predictions, which I think are the storylines to watch, and talk about individual players as well as the team as a whole. Starting out with the bold predictions, this is going to be a quicker one for you. Cole Young breaks out to an everyday player. I'm going to say that these are all bold predictions, and how I classify a bold prediction is that you beat all of the Fangraphs projections, and all of these ones are going to be by a sizable margin. I'm going to say that he hits 20 homers. I'm going to say that he steals 10 bags, steals 10 bases, keeps the average above 250. Fangraphs, the highest projections on Fangraphs for Cole Young have him playing like 100 games, have him at like the highest batting average projection of all of them. Yeah, Steamer has him at a 243. The highest WRC plus projections has him as a 104. I'm gonna say I didn't put the WRC plus on here, but I'm gonna say the WRC plus is in that 102. I'm gonna say it's in more of like the 110, 115 range, and he's still just 22 years old. So, but I also think that the key to this is that he continues at walking more than 10% of the time and striking out less than 20% of the time. Last year it was like 11 and 18. In a bigger sample size, that stuff might go down a little bit, but we know that when he connects with the baseball, it absolutely flies. I think he's going to run into 20 homers this year. Stealing bases is something that Dan Wilson got out of Cal Raleigh and Josh Naylor. Why can't he get it out of Cole Young as well, especially as one of the bottom guys in the lineup trying to create something? I just think he has it. And my next prediction is that Dominic Canzone and Rob Refsnyder form the best platoon in the MLB since the 2013 Red Sox. Now, I didn't do as much, research. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm missing one. But since the 2013 Red Sox, I think that 121 WRC plus between Daniel Nava and Johnny Gomes, that team is really good, by the way, did some things the Mariners want to do. I think that team is, or that platoon is what Dominic Canzone and Rob Refsnyder can be. I think they can beat that. I think they can go for a 130 WRC plus. So that's another bold prediction of mine. I think that combined, those two end up with a 130 WRC plus and are used situationally really, really well. I think George Kirby wins the AL Cy Young. This is definitely the boldest of my predictions. He's looked so comfortable last year coming back with the low arm slot. His bread and butter pitches, I think, just his fastball, sinker, slider, like if he just sticks to that stuff, I don't honestly think he needs the splitter as much. Like, yeah, as a 10% of the time weapon to left-handed batters maybe, but I honestly don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I don't think we've seen close to his best yet, and I think George Kirby's going to win the AL Cy Young. I said the same thing in my MLB predictions video yesterday. Now, the opening day lineup got leaked yesterday. Shout out to Adam Jude on Twitter. But it's a little bit blurry, but if you can see it, Donovan and Raleigh Rodriguez, that's exactly how we expected. Naylor Rosarena, the rule of five, those top five everyday all-star type guys are going to, in the order we expected. The only difference from what we expected is they have Raley batting sixth and Canzone batting seventh. I'm not sure exactly why they did this, but it's interesting. Maybe they think Luke Raley really can be that guy. He's one of the ones that I haven't been as high on this offseason. But there's no doubt that I think Victor Robles can break out and do an everyday role. I think that he can hit lefties and righties extremely well, and he did that when he was at his best with the Mariners, hitting around 300. But then with Raley, I think he can still give you like 15-15 or 20-20 as a fourth outfielder, not playing every day. And that's what I think for him. But if he ends up working out, that can just be a platoon the whole year too. You can go with these two as platoons. Then you've got Rivas and you've got Cole Young. And the Rivas is the human ABS. He's going to be the pest, replace Ben Williamson. fill in for JP while he's out and be that pest type at the bottom of the lineup. And then Cole Young, my big breakout of the year. Logan Gilbert pitching, obviously. The Guardians says they're going to have Stephen Kwan. And we're going to know if this lineup is true in the next couple hours. This lineup's going to come out. Then they've got George Valera. They've got Jose Ramirez, Kyle Manzardo, Chase DeLauder, a big name to watch. He could be the second best hitter behind Jose Ramirez and the Guardians to begin the year. And if he can stay healthy, he could be my pick to win Rookie of the Year. I picked Carter Jensen. I really like that pick, but I think DeLauder is going to be right up there in the running, especially if he stays healthy. He can be an all-star. Gabriel Arias, who might just be a fill-in for Travis Bazzana for a couple until he comes up in a couple months. Chase Kafis, and they've got Bo Naylor, Josh's brother, catching, and Brian Rocchio at shortstop with Tanner Bybee pitching. Bybee and Gilbert. I'm going to have a bigger pregame going a little bit later. Shout out to Adam Jude for posting this. We'll see if I doubt this is the real lineup. The Guardians were warming up on the field when, you can see in this photo, the bigger thing on Adam Jude's Twitter. So I doubt that both teams just put out their opening day lineups. Maybe they did. Maybe they're just not scared of it. I mean, the White Sox put out their opening day lineup yesterday just because. So maybe teams really are not that scared to put out their opening day lineups a little bit early. The order and stuff. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. And also, I'm not sure exactly what this thing right here is. It looks, it's like exactly what they have, like 2025 seasons. This looks like a new thing, though. It looks like they might be implementing some sort of StatCast. That would be exciting. But we'll see later today, soon enough. And here's how I have the lineup stacking up. I had the only difference with my lineup versus righties was I have Canzone hitting 6th and Rayleigh hitting 7th. From the one that got posted. We'll see what it ends up being. It's sure to be one of these likely. And then lineup versus lefties, I'd mix up the order a little bit to have it more alternating. Go Julio, Cal, Randy, Naylor, Refsnyder, Donovan, Robles, Young, Rivas. And then the two platoons, Refsnyder and Robles, I think are going to be key to the heart of that order. And as far as talking about the hitters, I mean, I've broke down a couple of these, lesser known hitters, Cole Young, Victor Robles, Brendan Donovan. I have a Randy Arozarena breakdown I need to post still. But as far as these hitters, I mean, the deal with Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez. Let's just go watch them. Let's go 1-0 today. Today's about going 1-0, not about, it is about the festivities, but also about going 1-0. And then, maybe I'll break these guys down on an off day that the Mariners have a little bit into the year. Then the rotation, Logan Gilbert as the ace, the Mariners do need to appeal to him in terms of, just giving him what he wants a little bit right now. He is the soonest to come up for a contract extension of this bunch. George Kirby, second, is I think he's going to win the Cy Young. Brian Wu, some other people think are going to win the Cy Young, is in the third spot in the rotation, so extremely, extremely solid. I do agree with Nick Pollock. He says he's from Pitcher List, says Brian Wu is Zach Wheeler 2.0, and it definitely has that feel. See how I expect him to get off to a pretty hot start. Luis Castillo, I think, regresses a little bit still, but the defense behind him is good. The park, he's pitching in is good. I think he's gonna, he's gonna be a really good number 4 starter, is what you can say now. I think he's more of a top 60 or 70 starting pitcher in the MLB, though, not the top 50, 40, 30, 20 guy that we've seen in the past. Cooper Criswell and Emerson Hancock going to be a piggyback situation to begin the year. It looks like Emerson Hancock was actually announced as the 4th starter, and then Castillo is going to go in that 5 hole, which is going to be interesting to start the year. But that's how I had it lining up. And then as far as the bullpen, it's no surprises here. The main guys, Andres Munoz, Matt Brash, Edward Bizardo, that you know and love, with Gabe Spire as well. The new big addition, Jose Ferrer, who I'm a big fan of, broke him down. Go watch that if you haven't already. And then other than that, you got Carlos Vargas and Casey Legumina really as the two kind of long relievers, guys you're going to put in lower leverage situations. And with those guys, I think I don't have any huge projections for them. I think they could get off to hot starts. They both had good stretches last year. But I think they made the roster mainly because of It just makes the most sense with options. You don't want to burn them right away and completely get rid of them. And then the big predictions. Here's the big predictions. So for the Mariners record, I got this one right last year. I went 90 and 72, and that's exactly what they went. I'm going 92 and 70 this year. It's bold to pick like 96 wins or something. Fangraphs has the Mariners pretty high, has the best chance to make the World Series out of the American League. And that's why a lot of people are picking them, is because the Mariners are the odds-on favorites. That part of that is because the division is the weakest in the AL, arguably, and the Mariners have just an excellent chance to make the playoffs. 60% on Fangraphs as of opening day, like 59.6. My MVP and Cy Young picks for the American League were both Mariners as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Julio Rodriguez wins the MVP. I pick that every year because it's going to happen at some point, and I know I'll be right. And so I'm going to pick him to be the team MVP this year. Cal Raleigh I picked last year. I think he was massively underrated, and I think it's still neck and neck between those two. I'm just going to go with Julio this year. George Kirby, I think, is going to win the American League Cy Young. I think he's going to be the Mariners Cy Young. I'm gonna do a bigger George Kirby breakdown in the coming days too on it. Exactly why I think this. There's a lot of good sources that have I've kind of tailed them on this regard. Mainly shout out to Lance Brozdowski. He is the one. This is one of his bold predictions, and I feel the same way. And it doesn't mean he's going to get the full arsenal back. It means he's going to be good at what he's good at. My surprise player for the Mariners is Cole Young. I think he's, when you talk about an X factor, I think Cole Young has the most obvious room to grow, and then he can just improve a ton. And he can be the guy that takes this team from to the next level, truly. I think spring training was an excellent sign. I think he absolutely is. I believe in him to do it. I think the skills are there. He's going to walk a ton even when he doesn't get hits. I'm really high on Cole Young this season. And then Rookie of the Year, Colt Emerson is the easy choice. Cade Anderson could factor in there. I don't think there's an obvious pick here, though. I mean, there could be an injury in the rotation, God forbid, and Cade Anderson comes up and absolutely balls out. So, Colt Emerson, Cade Anderson are probably the two odds-on frontrunners, but Michael Arroyo could come up after, God forbid, a Cole Young injury and absolutely ball out. My big question, which I asked last year, which we didn't know the answer to because the guy was not on the team yet, but the big question, who will lead the Mariners in batting average? And I'm going to say Josh Naylor with a 295. That's the question I want to ask you guys in the comments below. Who's going to lead the Mariners in batting average? With that being said, today's about going 1-0. I will have a short out when the lineup breaks and, discuss the lineup just a little bit, see kind of if it confirms what we thought it was going to be in the leak. And I will see you guys after the game for a lengthy post game. Those are my favorite thing to do on this channel. That's why you should subscribe to the Dom Skeen channel, because this is your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's Minds. And we're going to be, the way that I break down the game is something that, I have so much fun doing it. I think you guys will have a ton of fun joining me tonight for game 001 out of 162. And remember, as always, as long as you go 1-0 every pitch, stay stoic, and all glory to God, you can't lose. Let me know what I missed down in the comments below. And I will see you guys later tonight. Go M's.